I'm no expert in ranching, but I do play one on TV. This summer, I, along with my two brothers, ride the historic Blackleg Ranch, being followed by a film crew and production company from the United Kingdom. What an amazing on-camera opportunity for agriculture. But work still needs to be done. I'll explain. About a month ago, we were herding cattle for our annual branding. Picture this: abundant native grasslands, never-ending rolling hills, buffalo wallows scattered across the pastures, littered with beautiful prairie wildflowers. There were about a half dozen cowboys on horseback, 4 to 5 ATVs, and 5 film crew. My younger brother was off to a rodeo, conveniently. My older brother and I had saddled our horses and about halfway through our on-camera interview. Camera 1 was at the front. Camera 2 to our left. Camera 3 was a drone hovering directly above us. Every angle was covered to perfection. There was about an hour left until sunset, and we see in the faint distance our dad cruising across the rough terrain of the pasture, going 55 miles an hour on his ATV, yelling at the top of his lungs, "Hey, get your asses off camera and get these cattle on the move." There are a couple of things I'd like to address there. 1, cattle will not wait for an on-camera interview. And 2, working in any family business can be extremely challenging, especially in agriculture. Why do we do it? Well, mostly it's for the freedom, the lifestyle, and tradition. But that lifestyle can come at a cost. That tradition can sometimes be forced to change due to a plethora of reasons. You got the economy, cash flow issues, operating expenses, succession and communication, or plain lack of interest from the next generation. Other major specific issues faced in agriculture today, you got supply chain shortages and bottlenecks, inflation, interest rates, severe weather and drought, or biodiversity loss. But there is one key issue that trumps them all. It's our youth involvement. As simple as that may be. People have been saying for years, you either need to get big or get out. Or, I'm just doing it the way my daddy did. Or my grandpa. Or, we've been doing it that way for 100 years. Why change? Why change? Generally, a farm or ranch is passed down from one generation to the next, usually to the oldest son or daughter. My older brother was next in line to take it, and I was fine with that. At that time, our ranch could only support 1 or 2 families financially. So I, along with many from the West, headed south. I thought, there's way better for me out there anyway. I had it all figured out, obviously. I attended Arizona State University strictly for academic purposes. Right after college, I became a financial planner, learning how money worked. But let me tell you, wearing a full suit and tie in 110-degree weather, driving a stick shift truck in a 2-hour traffic jam, bumper-to-bumper daily commute, that is zero fun. So I pivoted, shifted 180 degrees to an industry that catered to this blazing hot environment, the beer industry. Working for the largest brewery in the world, life was pretty good. Working for a Fortune 100 company took my mind from this to this. Big picture ideas. I was living this fast-paced lifestyle, but something inside of me was trying to tell me something over the years. Listen to it. Head home. Home. Agriculture was my home. But agriculture is hardworking and ever-changing. I thought, what big picture idea can happen in agriculture that hasn't already happened? I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. You grow things, you raise things, right? The definition of agriculture, farming or ranching, means the cultivating land for the production of agricultural crops or livestock, or raising, feeding, and producing livestock, poultry, milk, or fruit. What a farm or ranch was 30 years ago is not what a farm or ranch is today. Back then, they had 6 to 8 different crops and integrated livestock. They were diversified, which added to soil health, biodiversification. Nowadays, a farm or ranch has 1 or 2 crops if they're lucky, and no livestock. All eggs being placed in one basket. So the questions you should be asking yourself is, who is currently producing my food? Why do I trust the food that is going into my body or my family's body? I mean, food, it just comes from the grocery store, right? Poof, it's there. Let's assume it magically gets there. Why do you choose a certain product over the next? Is it a label? A great marketing campaign? Did you see it on TV? Social media? Or is the government telling you, hey, you, try this product. It's healthy. Take the apple, right? Do you trust that? Strawberries. Who doesn't love strawberries? All right, so let's say you grow a patch of strawberries in your backyard. And at harvest, when you go to pick those strawberries are the size of a quarter. You take a bite of that strawberry, and you are hit with an extraordinary sense of taste and flavor, juices packed full of nutrients and vitamins. Now go to your local grocery store. Buy a pack of strawberries. Strawberries that are no longer the size of a quarter, but the size of baseballs. Take a bite of one of those strawberries, and all you taste is a bland, water-filled sponge. These products are being grown at a super-size-me rate. This is the path we are going down. The average consumer is becoming farther and farther removed from where their food comes from. The end result, you have bigger, commercialized corporate farms or ranches. Worst case is government-controlled agriculture. So we all eat. Everybody in this room eats. Why aren't more people involved in this necessary industry? Why are we losing family farmers and ranchers at a staggering rate? Family farms and ranches represent less than 2% of our population today. 100 years ago, over 30%. The national average age of a farmer rancher is what? If you know it, shout it out. 50s. That's my daughter. Thanks, Jameson. She's 7 years old. 57 and a half years old. The average age of a beginning farmer rancher, 46 years old. And I know you're thinking, I'm not that old, obviously, right? I'm definitely not that old to meet that general average. In our financial institutions, if a beginning farmer rancher wants to get a loan, and I speak from personal experience, that banker will ask, son, how many head of cattle do you own? Or, how many acres do you run? By definition, shouldn't a beginning farmer rancher be just that? At the beginning? I challenge our financial institutions. Ask other questions like, what's your business idea? What does agriculture mean to you? Not your dad, not your neighbor, and not what they teach you in school. Give our youth a fighting chance. Let's inspire young people to stay in rural areas and become future leaders and innovators in agriculture. Policy is written in the past. We need to create a process to allow opportunities to do more, especially for new participants in agriculture. My big picture idea was actually a big picture problem / opportunity. So let's broaden the definition of agriculture. or what that can be for us. We must embrace change. Look at what technology has done for us. We have GPS, self-driving cars, autonomous tractors, harvest automation. Just last night, I spoke to a local guy here in Fargo, and for the ranching community, we have Fitbits for cattle, generally speaking. Tracking devices to do a lot more for the cattle industry. In our general marketplace, we are so used to hitting a button on your phone and getting a package 2 days later. And today it is, I just pressed order. Where is it? Where is my package? My mind is blown. This is what's happening in our world. But what does that all look like? It's different for every one of us, regardless of your industry. Every operation has at least one unfair competitive advantage. You just may need to think unconventionally to find it. We did, and continue to do so. For us, we have an airport 20 minutes away from the ranch. That's a huge asset that we could put to good use. It may not benefit all our entities, but it does give us a leg up in some. I give credit to my dad and family for thinking outside the fence. We focus on profitability. We run our operation as a business first, lifestyle second. Because without the priority on business, we will not have that lifestyle that we so desire. By being different and challenging the status quo, we've had a target on our backs for the last 20 years or more. I'm okay with that. Bring it. Our current operation is a no-till operation. We plant 26 variety cover crop. We have cattle. We have bison. We have a full-fledged hunting outfit, an international agri-tourism and events venue. We've hosted all 50 states and 40 foreign countries to the ranch. We have a brewery and tap room, an e-commerce site, direct sell marketing of our meats, beef and bison. We've partnered with conservation groups like the National Audubon Society and have certified grass-fed, grass-finished, bird-friendly beef. In short, we stack enterprises. Each entity complements the next. Yeah, there's push and shove. There is with any family business. But it's exciting. I accept the fact that we are one unconventional family. And now, we're going to put it all on display for the world to see via the television. It's just one platform that agriculture needs. By doing this, hopefully we can encourage our youth to become leaders and newly defining what agriculture is, to be fluid, but respect what has happened in the past. I'm proud of being in agriculture. So rise up. Let's go beyond and think outside the fence.